Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a list of 5 modern fairy tales. If you've watched my channel, you know that I love fairy tales, so I especially love the ones that take place in modern times, our times, and then just weave the story in, sometimes with magic, sometimes with not. So yeah, so here are 5 stories that are fairy tale retellings, but take place in our time, our world. So the first one is actually one that I listened to on audio, but you can get this on book, and it is Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce, and this is actually a Little Red Riding Hood retelling. It's about 2 sisters. Let me just make sure I got it right. Rosie and Scarlet, and they were attacked as little kids by a big bad wolf, and as time went on, they found out that it's not a big bad wolf, but it's these people who have a curse on them, who turn into wolves and then who go and kill young girls. So they want to find out who these people are and destroy as many of these big bad wolves as they can. So it was very entertaining. It was about 9 hours, or no, 7 hours on CD. So yeah, so Sisters Red, a modern retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, and it was just a fun read. The next one is Kira Cass, Siren, and this is a kind of a modern retelling of The Little Mermaid. And it is about a girl, her name is Kathleen, and she's on a boat with her family when the boat sinks. The sirens, which are kind of like mermaids, come and make a deal with her. She'll become a siren in exchange for her life. And now sirens, they're the ones who, if they sing, the sailors and people who are on the sea go to their death. So she has to be a siren for 100 years, but then she falls in love with a human boy, and what happens after that. So it was a fairly quick read, and it was pretty fun, just to see the similarities between Little Mermaid and this. I don't know if she meant it to be like a modern retelling of The Little Mermaid, but it was certainly a pretty fun. She is the one who wrote the Selection series. So The Siren by Kira Cass. The next one is Kill Me Softly by Sarah Cross, and this is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. And if you are a fan of the TV show Once, then I think you'll like this also. It takes place in a small town. It's about a girl whose name is Mirabelle, and she goes to find out more about her past in this town. And she finds out that everyone in this town are fairy tale people who live in our world. So, and she finds out that she's the Sleeping Beauty character. So it was a pretty fun read. There is a second book in the series. I believe that is for like Snow White. There was supposed to be a third one, which was Beauty and the Beast, but the publisher closed down before they could publish it. So hopefully one day the third book will come out. But here is a Sleeping Beauty retelling, Kill Me Softly by Sarah Cross. This one was, I thought it was pretty fun to read. The next one is Beastly by Alex Flynn. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. This book is kind of a movie tie-in cover. I actually like the original covers, or the actual covers that they come with. But this is a story, and it kind of is like from the Beast's perspective. And it's about this kind of haughty boy, and he doesn't realize that one of the girls in his at his school is a witch, and she's a witch who kind of goes from fairy tale to fairy tale, and she's the one who kind of messes everything up. But he makes her upset one day, and she turns him into a beast, and then it goes from there. Alex Flynn actually writes other modern retellings of fairy tales. She wrote one of Rapunzel, Snow White, I think there's one more, and yeah, they were pretty fun. So I actually really like Alex Flynn. They're very easy to read, and yeah, and I like Beauty and the Beast, so it was one that I really liked. They made a movie of this with Neil Patrick Harris and one of the Olsen twin sisters, and I like that one too. So Beastly, modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast by Alex Flynn. So I really like this one. And the last one, probably one of my favorites, Geek by Ashley Poston, and I did a review of it, so I'll post that down below. And it is a story about a girl named Elle, and she starts unbeknowingly texting, getting in contact with Dorian, who is the lead character in her favorite sci-fi series Reboot, but she doesn't know that. And then it's there's the whole thing of the sisters, and the evil stepsisters and the evil stepmother, and will she be able, and instead of like a ball, it's like a Comic-Con ball, which is really fun. I loved it. This is actually one of my favorite books so far of this year. I mean, I have several, but this is definitely one of my favorites from this year. And it's kind of a modern twist on Cinderella. So I really like that. So here are the modern retellings of fairy tales. I love fairy tale retellings, and especially modern ones. There's not a lot of modern ones just because of the fantasy element, but I like to see just how authors kind of bring it into our world. I think this one does not have magic, but the rest of these have magic that's like in our world, but this one does not. So there you have it. If you know of any modern retellings of fairy tales, let me know in the comments below. It took me a while to find these because there was lots of retellings, but not like modern retellings. So if you know of any, let me know in the comments below. I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.